You're about to hear sagacious debates from curious minds seeking complex answers to our world's greatest problems. No. But you are going to hear a lot of cuss words. A lot of cuss words. You've been warned.
We know that this is aftermarket, so they don't have to pay the fucking whatever other fee. Okay, let me see the fee. 2 tickets, $41. Okay, $81 tickets.
Right.
$41 fee for each. 50% markup.
Why? Is it because they can?
The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works. Greed clarifies, cuts through, and captures the essence of the evolutionary spirit. And greed, you mark my words, will not only save Teldar Paper, but also the Nice Guys Fuckery podcast. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your 2 favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I have hit record.
Doug, you asked me the question, should I just hit record? As if my answer might be, no, let me share with you the notes that I have prepared for this episode before we get started. That is a phrase that I believe I have not, I wouldn't say I've never uttered it, but if I have, it's been a long fucking time.
Well, maybe I'm mistaken with the tone in which I'm sharing the my comment of, or my question of, can I just hit record? It's more in line with, do you have anything important that you need to share with me outside of the recording that's business related before? And you've never, very rare, I would say 1 out of maybe 20, you might say, let me just ask you this question and then hit record. But I don't even know if it's that often.
It does happen occasionally. And that's because by the time we get to the end of a recording, we are often exhausted from the fuckery. And it's like, if there was something important to talk about, right. I'm like, fuck it, I'll call you later.
Exactly. You see how yesterday, it might, or maybe it was the day before, I can't remember when we talked, I said a clear intention. Do you have a few moments? I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it today because I feel the same way as you. Maybe we should just set the rule. I'm going to hit record unless you what would it be, like
unless I specifically say, hey, hold on, I need to talk to you about something first. We had way too much to talk about yesterday to do it before the show.
I know there was a lot of business stuff going on, and sometimes I think maybe we're gypping our audience out of hearing those great conversations too.
Shit. No, they want to hear way more fun stuff. Like
I wanted to come down to this though, and I know we've said this before. We have the best business model you could ever have. This is if there was a way to put every business. Now, what business couldn't you do this way? I mean, you could do anything on a subscription model, right?
There are lots of businesses where if there is a product or service that somebody needs, they only need it as a one-off. Like if you are a realtor and you're buying or selling a home.
That's true. That's true.
So, also there are other, the other piece of it that I appreciate that I think went unmentioned is that it is a model that depends very little on us specifically. And we designed it that way. Like if you are an artist, it was really interesting. I was seeing somewhere about, the police, right? So when the police were touring,
Sting, Andy, and Stuart,
right? Exactly.
Police? Okay,
got it. In the 80s when they kind of ruled the world, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you think about them on tour, and what's her name, Taylor Swift is the same kind of thing, right?
Sorry, never heard of her. Who? Give me somebody that I know that's relevant.
It's, they go on tour and it's like, multi-million-dollar things going on. But the bottom line is it's dependent on one
The DJ
person.
Doug philosophy. I hated that. It's like, God, on Friday I started sweating about Saturday. It's going to happen. And even though it's on a much smaller scale than Sting or Taylor Swift, it was like I got nervous. I mean, I didn't get nervous that I wasn't going to perform, but there's so much fucking stuff that could go wrong, and you're always nervous about all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't miss that part at all.
And I'm not even saying it's the greatest business model because it benefits Doug and Strickland financially the best. I think it's the best business model because I really do think it benefits our clients the most.
Well, it does. I mean, it's not as easy as just, hey, create a subscription for a service that people need on the regular and they'll just stick around forever. I mean, we've obviously built a lot of over-the-top customer service into what we do, which is why people stick around. There are plenty of subscription services where people stick around for a month or two or a few, and then they're like, okay, I'm done with this. But, we take amazing care of our clients, I think, and that's why they stay.
Well, and there's your business advice, right there, everybody. That is it.
And that is it for the day. If you're looking for any more, just hit stop right now because you got it all.
That happened in the first 5 minutes of this episode. And I want to let you know what also happened in the first 5 minutes of last episode, which made me listen further and further and further into the episode. That was an hour and a half long last fucking week. That was really long. And you put an extra long opening on that one too.
I don't remember what I remember.
I forget which one it was. Yeah. Anyway, I noticed progressively through the course of the episode how much more drunk Strickland was getting.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was drinking Fireball last week. Yeah. Was it noticeable? I didn't go back and listen, but I definitely was feeling it.
I was thinking, as incredulous Strick started coming out a little bit later on in the episode, I kept thinking, I don't know that I really agitated you into that or sparked or was the catalyst for that agitation. I think it was the liquor talking.
Oh yeah, it was most certainly was probably the Fireball.
That was great. That was great. So I definitely wanted to mention that. I also wanted to mention well, first of all, why don't you get us into the episode? So because we're going to get out of hand.
We're going to get out of hand right away. Welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner on the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Hey.
I know we do have two specific topics we're actually going to discuss today.
Oh, okay. Well, I sent you over one of them through email because I didn't want to, I don't know if you saw it. So you didn't even see it. And we have two topics. So I sent Strickland just so everybody will be straight with this. And we do very little prep. It's almost no prep ever. But on this one, I promised you last week that this week I would be talking about my 17-day cruise that is coming up. So I just sent to Strickland the itinerary for the cruise, and I just wanted to see that you had it. So were there two other topics that we were supposed to talk about too?
No, that was one of them.
Oh, okay.
Was the cruise.
Nice.
And the other one was Ticketmaster, which we have ranted about previously, but it's always fresh because they're always worth ranting about.
Well, why don't we, I want to start with a simpler topic and then we'll get into Ticketmaster and then maybe we'll go on to the cruise. We'll do the voicemail and then we'll talk about my favorite new Netflix series, all of those things. Wow. That sounds like that's a legitimate setup for legitimate topics that we're going to. Do we have to? Right? Can we just stop right now? And Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
No, don't say that. That'll trigger the ending, and then we have to hit stop. We're required to.
You edit that out. Okay, no worries.
Have to, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Ticketmaster first, because I really haven't had a lot of experience with Ticketmaster because you know me, I'm basically a shut-in here in Ohio. And I don't go to any Ticketmaster shows. And those that I have gone to, those concerts that I've gone to are basically the kind that you could walk up and buy a ticket or it's free. So tell me about what is it about Ticketmaster that fries your fritters the most other than all of the fees that are going on?
Well, that's it. It's the goddamn fees.
Okay.
And, I get it. There's like fucking delivery. The question really is the goddamn percentage. I was looking up Kelly Clarkson tickets the other day. I'm going to Vegas in July, and she would be fun. I'd like to go see her. And they have tickets that are like way up in the top for like $99. But I'm like, that's a reasonable price for a Las Vegas concert.
I'd at $99, I'd go and see it. Like I think we spent $75 or so for our Doobie Brothers tickets when we were like in the 8th row or something like that.
I think we spent a little more than that, but that was okay. That's okay.
But I don't remember. You paid for it.
A $99 ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. A $99 ticket. this is before tax. Okay.
Yes.
Carries a service fee.
Yeah.
Of $34.
Now, do they give you the breakdown? Like when I buy a Southwest ticket, they tell you, here is the breakdown of what your taxes and fees are. And they say $211 is to go to this country. And then another $18 goes to federal excise tax. And then we have a 9/11 emergency. Do they do any of that with the fees?
Well, there is one breakout that says taxes, LET on tickets, which is like entertainment tax, which is federal and state, whatever. But that's in addition. That's an $8.91 fee. So including taxes, I'm paying, or I would be paying if I were buying the tickets, which I'm not ready to do yet. On my $99 tickets, I'm paying $142. So just to clarify percentage-wise, that is a 44% upcharge. So I'm paying, if I were to buy these tickets, 44% more than the advertised price. Okay. And there's no way around that. That's not like upgrades and shit.
Let me ask you let me ask it differently, or let me share it differently, or give you a slightly different perspective. If the ticket price were $150, no fees, would you buy those tickets?
I would absolutely still consider it.
Right.
But it just kills me the way they fucking...
Well, can't Ticketmaster see they're doing themselves a disservice then by sharing? I'm not saying hide the fees. I'm just saying, why don't they just make it $150 for the ticket and don't worry about any other fees that are included in this? Is there a reason why they can't do that?
They totally can. I'm 100% fucking with you. I don't know why they don't just do that. But the other one that really fries my fritters is if you are doing, let's say you want to resell a ticket. Let's say hypothetically I buy these Kelly Clarkson tickets, right?
And spend $142.
$142 for the $99 tickets, right? Now I have to cancel my trip and I want to sell them, right?
Yeah.
So Ticketmaster conveniently allows me to sell them right on Ticketmaster.com as an aftermarket sell.
Very nice of them.
Very thoughtful. And since, of course, there's no physical tickets anymore, it's electronic. It's already there in their system. So they don't even really have to do anything with it.
They got it strict. They automated have to throw a switch.
Right. They do have to throw a switch. Exactly. Okay. And so let's figure out, as an aftermarket ticket, I'm allowed to set whatever price I want for my aftermarket ticket, right? Okay, so let's say I've paid $142 for it. Am I going to be able to get $142 for my $99 ticket?
Not unless you charge $200 for the ticket.
No, I can't. So let's say that I want to just sell it for what I paid for it. Now,
which what you pay for it.
Right. That's the first problem, right? Let's say I want to sell it for $99. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So if I'm going to sell it for $99, now that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I just thought about one more thing on top. Okay, we'll get to this in a second. Right?
Oh, okay.
Now, typically the way it works is when I go to sell my ticket on Ticketmaster, my aftermarket ticket, I set the price and Ticketmaster says, hey, great, you're going to sell it for $99, or let's just round up to $100, right? Sell it for $100. We're going to charge you a 10% fee for the courtesy of doing this for you. So if we sell your ticket for $100, we're going to pay you $90. Okay. That's the way it works. eBay takes 10%, whatever. It is what it is. I get that. Right. But they don't actually advertise it for $100. They advertise it for $110. They tack on 10% for the buyer. So it's 10% on both sides, right?
So Ticketmaster is it because of the resale, or was that seller originally when you bought the $99 ticket as part of those $43 in fees, a 10% seller or buyer fee? No.
My understanding, and I got to check this actually, because I actually
and you have to pay sales tax again. Does somebody pay sales tax again?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like, even though it's a resale ticket, right? Since it's through Ticketmaster, I think you still have to pay all the regular fees. So I think Ticketmaster collects their fee again. Like that fucking $34.05 fee. You know what? I had to fucking check.
Okay.
That.
You know what's interesting about what you're saying is that I remember when I was a young wee lad, and my dad was telling me about the franchise business because he owned Sandler Sales, and he was a franchise owner, a franchisor. So he was the guy that ran the whole Megillah. They would factor into the equation the failure factor. They said, okay, if we're going to charge $25,000 for a franchise, we know that the majority of the franchises are going to work, but there's going to be a small number of them that fail. We're going to we're going to pay that franchisee that bought it less than what they paid for it, and then we're going to turn around and sell it again for a bigger fee. It's just kind of like a churn for the franchisor, doing nothing for the franchisee at all.
So you're saying that as a franchisor, you're selling an area, right?
Exactly.
So in other words, when you say you're going to sell it again, like I'm going to buy Baltimore, nobody else
right.
is allowed to have a franchise in Baltimore. But if Baltimore fails,
right. We're gonna resell Baltimore. It's a little different than the ticket thing because the ticket is you're buying basically a little piece of real estate. You're buying exclusive rights. You're not buying a rights to go to the Taylor Swift concert. You're buying a piece of real estate within the Taylor Swift concert. So all of those fees that you're already paying taxes on, somebody's going to pay taxes on them and fees on them again.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to check this on StubHub right now, and then I'm going to go back to Ticketmaster because I'm pretty sure if I sell it as a resale ticket on Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster just sells it as a ticket. Now, they let everybody know, by the way, this is a real resale ticket, but I wonder if they do the fees again. So this is a good example. This is going to be interesting. I'm on StubHub, which is all resale, right? That's not original tickets.
I didn't know that. Okay. Does Ticketmaster have like some exclusive rights to sell tickets to concerts? Because it seems like they're the name in the game.
And that's it. That is why they can do the fucking ridiculous fees that they do.
I thought
because it's basically a monopoly.
I thought that people like Taylor Swift and some of the others, I thought that they said something about like you can't do like I don't know what she was really pissed with some of the I don't know if it was Ticketmaster or some other organization because they were reselling these tickets or they were scalping the tickets at like buying $100 tickets and selling them for $1,000. And did something like that happen? Are you familiar?
Yeah, there's a bunch of other shit that's like that. Yeah. But here, let me check this out. Okay. So hypothetically, I have found 2 tickets on StubHub that are $81
for Kelly Clarkson.
And
if you were to actually buy that ticket or want to buy that ticket, go through the process, is it still the same $42 in fees to buy that ticket, or do you buy it for what? And why wouldn't everybody just go to? There's always aftermarket tickets, aren't there?
Almost always. Now, sometimes aftermarket tickets for a very popular or sold out concert,
more expensive.
Right. The face value will even be more expensive. Okay. Let's find out. StubHub. Okay. I'm on StubHub right now. 2 tickets at $81 each. Quantity 2, $81.
Are you actually doing the Kelly Clarkson concert?
Don't tell StubHub, but I'm not going to buy. I'm not giving them my credit card, but I do just want to see what
I think a lot of people do what you're doing right now. They're kicking the tires to see if they really want to do it.
Exactly. Tax fulfillment fee. And okay, now here we go. Now you see, this is even worse. So for at least with fucking Ticketmaster, they've told me, right? This is 2 times $81, tax fulfillment fee and service fee not included. Okay. So
available at checkout.
Right. Exactly. So they're not even telling me the fucking total yet. Okay.
Well,
let's see.
They're not asking for a credit card before they give you that total, are they?
No, they're not. But I don't even, you know what? I'm going to sign in as a guest because I don't even know. Here, continue as a guest.
Very similar. Buying flowers is very similar. It's like, you can buy like flowers for $50 and have them sent to your mom. And then you realize you spent $98 on flowers because of the fucking FTD, delivery fee, transfer taxes, destination title, occupancy, all the drink package.
Right. It's fucking bullshit. It's so ridiculous. And now, of course, I tried to use an email address that I almost never use.
Oh my God.
And they're like, hey, you have an account already. Let me give you a code. I'm like, fuck, okay, whatever.
I think we have to drop this because I think we have to just go under the understanding that all of the ticket services are jacking you around.
No, but I'm just dying to know on an aftermarket, what else are they going to mark up? Look at this shit. They're like, okay, tell us the credit card. What do you want to use? Tell me the fucking price. I don't know what I'm paying yet. I'm not going to give you my credit card information until you here. 2 tickets at $81. Give us your credit card info. Okay, the cost is now $734 each. What the fuck?
Have you ever
look at that shit? Fucking hell. What? Even goddamn fucking bullshit. Fucking StubHub. $81, which would be $162, right?
Right.
$244 total.
What the actual fuck?
And they're not Ticketmaster, right? So we know that this is aftermarket, so they don't have to pay the fucking whatever other fee. Okay, let me see the fee. 2 tickets, $41. Okay, $81 tickets.
Right.
$41 fee for each. 50% markup.
Why? Is it because they can? Why can't someone go into why can't a creative, a Taylor Swift, go into the ticket distribution business with a venue? They are in the venue frequently enough to know how to sell fucking tickets, don't they?
It's complicated. First of all, there is a lot of electronic, there's a lot of shit to deal with, but even outside of that, even if you've got the money to buy or own the infrastructure, a lot of venues have exclusive deals with Ticketmaster. And they basically say, if you're going to play our venue, you have to do the tickets through Ticketmaster because they get a kickback from Ticketmaster.
I guess
just fucking nuts.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. But hold on. We are holding Ticketmaster maybe under a magnifying glass that we're not sharing the space with other organizations. For example, I can go in right now into Bevmo and I can buy a 6-pack of Budweiser for $8.99. Now, I'm not saying that that's cheap. I'm not saying that's expensive. However, if I go to an NFL game, that same $8.99 Budweiser for a 6-pack. So what's that? Basically $1.50, about $1.50 a beer. That same $1.50 beer becomes $15. Now, why aren't we complaining about that? I guess we could complain about that too.
Well, we do. I think people do sometimes, but it is what it is. You may, but after I'm in the venue, I'm going to make the choice, right, to pay $15 for a beer or not have a beer for the 2 hours that I'm in the concert. Right?
Yeah.
But what am I going to pay for the concert? I guess it really is, a lot of it is the principle thing, right? I'm like, look, am I willing to pay Kelly Clarkson $150 a ticket? Maybe. But if I feel like I'm paying Kelly Clarkson $100 a ticket and paying Ticketmaster $40 a ticket, that pisses me off.
All right. So maybe it comes down to this, Strickland, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong here. You feel Kelly Clarkson will deliver $100 in value in that ticket price, but you don't feel any value coming from that $42 you're paying.
You know what? You hit it right on the head. What is the value of Ticketmaster? We're going to make it electronic for you, so you don't have to worry about paper, and we don't have to pay the U.S. Postal Service, and we don't have to use a printer. And basically, it means it's cheaper for us. Yeah, I mean, really, that's it. And I do not feel right about paying 40% fee for that courtesy bullshit.
Now, if they would include a drink package with the $142, now all of a sudden, now we're talking. Hey, look, there should be some subscription subscription program that a concert goer could buy if there really are Kelly Clarkson fans. Like, I have friends that will follow the Grateful Dead all over the country. I mean, I personally, I don't know why they would ever do that. Why you would actually spend $250 for a ticket, which is fine, $250 for a ticket, but then they're going to surround that with $1,500 in hotel and accommodations to get there. Nothing is worth it to me for that. I mean, could you go see Barbara Streisand in Central Park for $500 or $1,500 or share in Las Vegas? Or yeah, you could, but I don't know that I don't see myself at any level of wealth that I would accumulate feeling the value of spending that much money unless I was actually being on stage with them and can see them that closely. I don't want to be halfway back. I'm similar to you in that your enjoyment of the concert is directly proportional to the closeness that you can get to the stage. I'm there. I don't want to sit 100 rows back. I'll sit 10 rows back. Black Eyed Peas, it was great. Mike and I sat, I think maybe 20 rows back, and it was great. We could feel Will.i.am's heat that was generating off of his body. We were that close. So
nice.
That's the kind of thing that I want when I go to a concert. So I understand what you're saying, and I don't like the companies that do that, but what choice do we have?
Right. That's it. That's it exactly. Nothing we can do about it.
Okay. Shall we move on to the cruise?
Sure.
Okay.
So you sent me the itinerary for your cruise.
Yes.
It is a very interesting itinerary because it is 17 days.
Yes.
Oh, and you're going out of San Francisco. You're not even out of LA or San Diego.
That is correct.
So that's interesting. I wonder why it goes out of San Francisco.
Because there's probably a heavy proliferation of old people in San Francisco is the only thing I can think, because anybody in their right mind, first of all, would not be going on a 17-day cruise. Who does that?
I think of Hawaii as further south. Like, isn't it closer
You're right.
to
it's
LA than San
Diego?
Francisco?
I think even further south than San Diego.
Right.
So I don't, I think they probably do have cruises that go out of Longport, which is close to Los Angeles, much closer for us than a plane ride to San Francisco. But we weren't just shopping for convenience of location. We really were searching on a timeline that was between now and before any of the participants die. So what it really came down to.
Wow. This is crazy. Yeah. We don't think about how fucking far away Hawaii is, right?
Yeah.
So distance between San Diego and Hawaii, 2,600 miles.
It's the same. It's almost the same distance between San Diego and Baltimore as San Diego and
exactly.
Honolulu,
You're going all the way across the country.
Right.
Okay. So let's see what did I just say? 2,600 miles?
27, I think.
Okay.
How about San Francisco?
2,300 from San Francisco.
Really? I wouldn't think that.
I'm visually looking at the map. And
when I'm looking at a map, I only see Hawaii in the little box and blown up. I don't ever see it. You don't ever see it. Like, really, where is it? I mean, is it around the curvature of the Earth? So you can't.
It must have something to do with the curvature of the Earth, because again, I'm looking at the map and it looks like it's. Oh, but you know what? California. So the thing with California San Diego's further south, but it's also considerably further east. We don't think about the curve.
Yeah, that's true. That's
of California, 300 miles. Okay, that's enough geography for today. Let's get back to the thing. So you're leaving out of San Francisco.
Right.
And then you are at sea for 1, 2, 3, 4 days.
Yes.
And then you are in Honolulu, and then Nawalu'i.
Well, let me correct you for just a quick moment. It's not just that we're at sea for 4 days; we're at sea for 5 nights. You're leaving.
Oh, that's right. The first night.
Right. First night, second night, third, fourth. And
so you're going to see nothing. You'll be in the fucking middle of the Pacific Ocean.
That's a little bit scary.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird. And then 4 days in Hawaii, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days at sea.
No, again, not to correct you. It's 6 nights.
6 nights. Is it 6 nights?
Yeah, 6 overnights.
Jesus. And then you're going to Ensenada.
Uh-huh.
And then another day at sea, and then San Francisco. That's weird. Like, hey, by the way, we're just going to sneak this Ensenada in for no reason whatsoever.
Again, do they go by the goal of, I got to stay away for 17 days?
Yeah, true.
If they wanted to just do it fast as possible, they'd go from San Francisco to Hawaii and then just shoot right back again and not stop.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you the quickie, my quickie take on my long cruise. The one time I went on a long cruise, really and then I want to hear about yours.
No, I really wanted to talk to you about this because as I wrote down, here's what I wrote on my topic sheet: cruise dash Strick is more of an expert than I am. So I want to know what your expertise will tell you. So tell me about the longness of the cruise, and then give me some details.
Okay,
I also sent to you, by the way, at the bottom, the ship itself.
I see. I'm looking at the ship information now. Yeah. So I've been on, I don't know, 8 or 10, 12 cruises maybe in my lifetime.
Much more than me.
And a couple with my kids and a couple with my ex-wife. And and they're fun. I really like cruises. But I did do one that was 10 days. I'm sorry, 11 days, 10 nights, 11 days, right?
Right.
And it was out of Baltimore, and we had the kids, and it was exciting because, with 3 kids, it's like you got to work into the price of the cruise 5 goddamn airfares to get out of Florida or whatever. So we're like, hey, this is Baltimore. This is really cool, right?
Right.
And so you might have actually driven us to the port, if I remember correctly.
I think I may have.
I think you did. Anyway, so it was Mexico, right? Or maybe it was the Caribbean, I think.
Yeah, anyway, I think it was Caribbean.
Right. And it was in November, so it was chilly in Baltimore. And it was 4 days at sea.
Carnival?
No, it was Royal Caribbean, I think.
Okay.
And then it was like 3 stops in the Caribbean and then 4 days at sea back or something, right? Does that add up the right days? I don't know.
Something, yeah.
11 days. Anyway, and so it was cool going down because we're kind of just cruising along the coast, right? So we look over on one side of the ship and we see, the United States coastline sometimes, and sometimes we were a little further out and we couldn't see it, right? But, and it's getting warmer and warmer as you go, right? So that was fun. And then we're in the Caribbean in 3 days there. And then on the way home, now, by the 7th day, right? You're like, okay, you're on the fucking ship. And so you got the whole sea legs where everything's moving all the time, right?
Yeah.
But you've seen every fucking person on the ship because you're looking at the same people over and over again. You've been to every fucking bar. You've seen all the entertainers and the piano players and the fucking guitarists and the bands.
And by the way, Strickland was at the end of his marriage rope at this point anyway. So that was kind of irritating too, probably.
You've eaten all the fucking late night pizza and the goddamn and the same shit at the
what you haven't done then though? You have not been to the gym once.
Right, that's true, 100% true.
You still had plenty of real estate to get to.
Right. But now you've got 4 days to go back.
Oh my God.
And there's no like, hey, we're going to stop and hop onto shore for an hour or two of the day. No, you're stuck on that fucking ship for 4 goddamn, and it's just getting colder and colder and colder as you're heading back. I was so fucking ready to be off that ship by the last day.
Okay, so this was with Kim, your 3 girls, and you, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this, and I don't know, except for Amanda, I don't know that anybody else from your family listens to this show. So feel free to just give me the correct answer.
Yeah.
Whatever the honest answer would be.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you would have had a better time if you had been by yourself as opposed to with 4 other people on the cruise with you? And you guys weren't all in the same cabin, correct?
No, we had 2 connected cabins.
Okay.
And so that was nice. I got to tell you, no, I still think I would have been fucking bored by the end. It's not my thing to be that long on a ship when it's the same. Yeah, the kids really had fun the whole time.
I think 17 days on a cruise, 17 of those days just open sea, if it was, and I was by myself, meaning me and the other 3,900 passengers or whatever it is on that cruise.
Actually, interestingly, as I'm looking at your ship, passenger capacity 3,000.
Oh, okay. So,
which makes it kind of a medium size.
Right.
By today's standards. Like I went on a cruise, or I'm actually going on a cruise in August on one of Royal Caribbean's new ships, and it's like fucking 5,000, 5,500 people. It's monstrous.
That's monstrous.
Yeah.
Okay. So I could see myself just enjoying the solitude, no connection to the outside world, no anything other than, me, I'm not a huge drinker, but I like a cocktail every now and again. So, it doesn't take a lot to get me drunk. And
I'm assuming you're not doing the drinking package, right?
No, definitely not.
17.
Well, it's 17 days and it's $90 a person and both of you have to take it. So it's basically
per person per day.
Per person per day.
Yeah.
So it's $200 basically per day. And the $200 multiplied, it's $3,400 just for the fucking drink package. I'm like, doing that? I can't drink $3,400 worth of $15 cocktails anyway. There's going to be some dry days. I have a feeling it's 17 days. I don't think I'm going to be able to drink each and every one of those days.
Hell no.
So I think I could do it. It would be even more palatable to me if it was just me and 2,999 other guests that I don't know. I don't know why I think that, because I love the people I'm going with.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that here's going to be the order. I think that JJ is probably going to get tired of the ship the fastest.
Yeah.
I think that my mom will still want to go around again. I think that Ted, her boyfriend, will have checked out well before the end, but will just be in the room. He'll probably stay in the room most of the time, most of the days anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'll just be whatever. I don't care. One more round of trivia for me. I'm fine. One more bad comedian and trivia and music trivia for me. I'm in. Count me in.
See, I'm curious about that too. With a cruise that long, I'm guessing they've got, I mean, they have obviously musicians and entertainers that are on the ship all the time, like they live there, right?
Yeah.
But then they do have specialty like comedians and other, like a headliner that's going to perform twice or something. They probably come on, and then in Hawaii they leave, and maybe they get new headliners. Okay,
well, I think that's probably why they have the Ensenada stop, so those headliners can. Do you think any of those headliners actually stay on for those 5 days, or do you think they're only in the Hawaii or Mexico locations? The
that's
biggest
interesting.
Of the
I hadn't thought about that, right? Like maybe somebody that lives in Hawaii, they come onto the ship at the first Hawaii stop and stay overnight, and then they hop off and fly back. That's an interesting thought. I hadn't thought about that.
I don't know how that works. Or do they have a helipad that they take?
Yeah, I doubt they do a helicopter. That shit's expensive. But doing a flight like from wherever on the island to another island is no big deal.
I guess there can't be any helipad anyway, because if you are in open sea, I mean, it's not like a helicopter is going to fly 2 days out and 1 day back.
Well, it depends on how far out at sea you are. But yeah, you're right. Like you're not going to do it in the middle of that, in between.
So what advice can you offer someone that is not quite as learned and schooled in the world of cruising as you are?
Well, it is interesting because you did point out, you made a good point. You enjoy just being at home and chilling and doing nothing. Where I get bored. I like to do more stuff. So I think you will last longer than me on this cruise, like than I would. But I'm still predicting that by the time you're on your way back, I'm going to guess that like the second or third day after Hawaii. So what is that going to be? Day 12 or 13 or something?
It's fading fast, huh?
I'm going to say by then you're going to be at like, I could get off the ship now. I don't hate this, but I could get off the ship. But I'm very curious to hear, are you doing like the internet package or anything?
I don't know. I haven't even been offered any of the upgrades yet. I probably will need to do something, because I can't, other than getting to Hawaii and having Wi-Fi because we're in land. I don't know that I want to be completely disconnected for 5 days. I don't know why, but
I wouldn't doubt that, because it's a 17-day cruise. Like if you want it every day, it's going to be really expensive. Oh, here we go. I happen to be looking on the link that you sent me.
Okay.
Single device for entire voyage, $24.99 per day. But that's 17 days. So that's
one device. Can I switch out the device, or it's for the device?
So single device purchased for entire voyage.
Oh, I got it. So I can't say, JJ, let me have your device code. It's JJ, here is the device, right?
Well, it depends on the way they have it set up. Some of them, it is like a code, so you could change devices, but it could only be one at a time. Others, I don't know if they do.
I probably would get that, because I would probably just split the time with JJ. We don't need full-time access, and my mom and Ted doesn't even do email. And is there also a cell package? Is that something else? Or is that
not? I don't think you can actually get cell service out there. Obviously, you could do it via Wi-Fi, right? Like if you wanted to do a wireless call and you have the Wi-Fi. Now they do have a day rate too. It's $29 if you want to buy it for a day. So you'll probably end up buying a couple days here and there.
I got it. I think the last time I went on a cruise, with the exception of when we did the turnkey cruise together, I think the last time I went on a cruise, honestly, I think they still had dial-up. I'm not saying that jokingly. I'm saying that seriously. I don't think that they had like a high speed. Like I'm assuming cruise lines use like Starlink or something like that, which is much more high speed now. And even though they probably throttle the speed way back because there's so many
Mhm.
passengers on board, I can't imagine that it wouldn't be a solid connection to get email. I mean, I'm not necessarily looking to do any internet browsing. I rarely do internet browsing right now.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing haven't done in so long, I'm sorry, nice guy community, I have not been on Facebook in at least a month. I just, you know what? The thing that was really challenging, I don't want to sidetrack this conversation because I like the cruise conversation, but ever since our current administration has taken office, I just have no interest. I don't want to hear what anybody has to say. I don't want to see what the stock market is doing. I don't want to do any of that stuff. So I just avoid it all. Is that wrong? Is that wrong of me?
Well, it's fine until somebody comes knocking on your door and says, "Hey, Doug, guess what? Time to leave the country. We're deporting you." Well, I didn't see this coming. Up. You haven't been paying attention to the news. Sorry.
Well, I'm hoping that nobody is going to say that to me. I mean, I was born here, so. Is it possible that could happen?
Dude,
anything's possible.
Let's not go down this rabbit hole. But in Nazi Germany, they started with, "Hey, if you're transgender, you gotta go." "Oh, the Jews are okay. You guys are fine." "Up, the gays have to go now. We got to get rid of you." And then eventually it was, what's the line? They say, I didn't object because they weren't coming for me. And then the next time that I didn't object because they weren't coming for me, and the next time, but then eventually they come for you, and it's too fucking late to speak.
Oh. Okay, well, I hope they don't come for me. I would like to defend and say publicly that anything that is happening to anybody that is other than a white male with blonde hair or whatever they're calling their Aryan race today, I'm sorry for you guys. I really am. I don't. Christy Mitchie says something that's really interesting on her podcast, which we produce, the Playful Podcast. I'm going to totally screw up this quote, but it's something like, there are those that stand back and watch it happening. There are those that are in the middle of it happening, and then those that are fighting for what is happening. And I've never been I've never been an activist. I mean, I've never been somebody that has, gone out of my way to stand up for someone's rights that don't look or feel like me. Now, is that wrong? I don't know. I'm very challenged by that kind of stuff because I feel like there's so many things that are happening in today's world that are so unfairly selecting, whether it's transgender or gay or right to life versus right to choose. I mean, all of these things. It's like those are all causes that I really would like to say I'm against the administration having anything bad to say about them or doing. But like, what the fuck am I doing? What could I do? I'm not saying that that's right, and I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying that that's kind of the position that I'm in, and probably a lot of people are in that position.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot that you can do, but what you can do, a lot of times it feels small, right? Like you're only one person. But hopefully we're getting more pushback on the Trump administration. I mean, he's at 101 days today, and already there are a bunch of Republicans that are like, "Dude, really? What the fuck?"
So anyway, what's the other way? What's the countdown? We're 101 days in. How many days till he's out?
Oh my God.
Can we just count that? Anyway, back to the cruise for just a moment. Anything about food, about restaurants, about entertainment, about open days at sea, about trivia, about any of the about all you can eat buffets, anything that you want to share?
So the newer cruise ships, they throw a lot more extras on. Like they've got lots more variety of restaurants. But a lot of these are like upgrade. It's like, hey, you can go to the Chops Grill, but you got to pay $20 or something, right? Like it's not what a real steak would cost, but it's a little more than free, which is what's
you can't decide that. It's not a game day decision, right? You can't, like, if I said when I'm on the cruise that I wanted to go to the steakhouse, could I upgrade it just for that one restaurant for that one night, or do I need to buy a special package?
It depends on how busy it is. If it's a busy cruise and a lot of people want to do it, you can make reservations ahead of time. When you get there, you can say, "Hey, what's available?" and see what's available. But for example, like I'm looking at yours, there's The Crown Grill is an upgrade.
Can you
right?
share your screen with me? Because I've never even been on that link that I shared with you, other than just see the homepage.
And so it's also interesting, like it's vacations to go. So I guess you booked it through
through a travel agent.
Yeah, I think with cruises that's okay. With flights and hotels, it's kind of weird sometimes. But here, let's do that and do that.
Well, according to the travel agent, it was the best thing I could possibly have done.
Well, of course,
for her,
they have a vested interest. Yeah. So here's your dining places, right? Da Vinci main dining room.
I'm already getting the vibe. I am feeling good about this. I like this.
Well, now here's the other interesting thing. So the information about your ship, built in 2008.
Yeah.
Now that's refurbished in 2018.
That's
but
better.
Still, it's relatively old for.
Okay. All right.
Which means it's going to be old style, and that's fine. So main dining rooms, right? The Crown Grill, but you see, you're going to pay $45 extra per person for that. And it's when you do your main dining room,
you can eat as much as you want anyway.
Right. And you're going to have decent steaks available most nights. Like from my experience, I rarely do the upgraded dining. And from my experience, it's usually not that much better than the main dining room.
When my uncle took us we had a boys cruise. Remember my uncle who recently passed away several years ago, leaving Aunt Mickey all the money, and then Aunt Mickey having to leave us some of the money. Which that one. Yeah. When he took us on a cruise to Alaska, he only ate in those nicer restaurants. He took us.
Really?
Yeah, he took us to those restaurants pretty much every night. We went to all of them.
Nice. But you see, here's the thing. On this cruise, you got Crown Grill, right? Here's your food court, International Cafe, which is like food court and shit, right? Vines. So wine, seafood, and tapas bar. So I guess that's not like a meal.
Got it.
Here's a Sabatino's Italian Trattoria. That's an upgraded. And then there's Crab Shack, which is like upgraded casual, and then Salty Dog upgraded. But that's it. I mean, that's a good number of upgrade options available, I guess.
Well, wait, so other than that, is it just, so if you don't do any of those advanced package upgrades for the, and it sounds like that you can also buy ad hoc rather than having to buy them as a part of a package, or is that, okay, so.
Yeah. So like you got the Italian Trattoria is like sit down dinner, and Crown Grill is sit down dinner that you need to make a reservation ahead of time, and they may fill up. The rest of them, it looks like it's an upgrade, but you can just like, go to the Salty Dog gastropub and sit and pay $15, but get it anytime. The Crab Shack you can get anytime.
Does it tell you anything about like your all you can eat, like the pizza shop or the Johnny Rockets? Does it tell you anything like that?
It says there's afternoon tea, pizzeria, ice cream bar, balcony dine. It's all that stuff's available all the time.
What's important to me is what's your 24/7?
Well, yeah, you can do
which one is
service.
Your 20? Oh,
you get room service.
Yeah, but that's extra, isn't it?
Sometimes they charge you a couple bucks, but it's usually not expensive. Like room service, it's not like they're going to charge you $20 or $30. It's like $5 or $8 or something. But they just bring you whatever food's available.
But it doesn't tell you what the 24/7 all you can eat. 24/7 specialty restaurant is. It doesn't actually name that. Like
no. I think you can typically do room service 24/7. So like there's usually like a 24/7 pizzeria, right? Like 3 a.m. you can get pizza, but they usually don't have sandwiches or something you can make, but they'll cook it for you. Like if you order room service, you might be able to get a sandwich, but you can't walk up to a counter and get a sandwich at 3 a.m. usually.
So it looks like they have a pretty decent amount of selection of places to go if you want. And they have what's the hours of just the regular main dining room? It looks like it's,
there's a
couple main dining rooms.
So 3 main dining rooms that all have a similar vibe. Breakfast 7:30 to 9:30, lunch noon to 1:30, dinner 5 to 10.
2 formal nights. Does that mean I have to pack my tuxedo T-shirt?
You should actually. Yeah. Well, here's the thing with the formal nights, and again, they'll probably let you know. I don't know, a 17 fucking day cruise. I don't know how much they're going to do that, but formal night means if you want to eat in the main dining room, they're expecting you to wear like jacket and tie and shit. Now, if you want to have dinner on a formal night, you can still go to the buffet. And you don't have to wear a jacket
yeah, that's
tie.
right. You got your you have your go-to, which is where is the buffet? The Horizon Court, is that what it is?
Right, Horizon Court buffet. Yeah.
And look at that. See, dinner in the cafe is open from 5:30 to midnight.
Right.
It's not going to be up later.
Oh, the buffet's fucking great. I mean, it's like 10 o'clock at night, right? And you're cruising, you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to go grab a snack. You grab a hot dog or a burger or a sandwich or fucking dessert or what? Yeah, the buffets are great.
Does it tell you anything about what type of entertainment is on board?
No, it does not say here, but I bet if you go to, the Princess, if you like log in, it'll tell you probably.
I got it. 900 balconies. So we have 2 of those 900 balconies.
Nice. Okay. Balconies are badass. I got to admit, they're more expensive, but I've gotten spoiled. I like having a balcony.
I think when we did the turnkey cruise, I think that we were just in porthole cabins, which just had a little window, and then some of our team actually went in an inside cabin. I'm like, I don't want to be I feel like I'd be in a closet.
Yeah, it depends, it's like how much you're going to be outside, and with a porthole, like you don't get the fresh air. For me, an interior cabin versus a porthole is not that big a difference, and especially when it's a ton cheaper.
Right.
Because you just go up on deck, you go outside if you want some fresh air.
So the other thing, where was I heading? Oh, the other thing is that since the cruise is in October, there is a high likelihood that with the length of the cruise, the destination and the time of year, that there will pretty much be no kids on board.
Oh my God, that's fucking true. I didn't think about that. Well, you're going on a princess cruise, which is typically not a kid-friendly cruise line anyway. And you're right, 17 days, you're not going to have any fucking kids. It's going to be, mostly people your mom's age, probably.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
And you're leaving October 30th, so you'll be out over Halloween. They may have a Halloween party,
Right. Maybe. I'm excited about the whole cruise.
Too fucking long for me, but I'm dying to hear, like, wait, on the 5th day and the 10th day and the 14th day when you get your Wi-Fi, I will be expecting updates.
I want to keep a journal.
And obviously I'm going to have to get some other people to fucking record with.
Or we could just record a whole bunch of episodes ahead of time, which is not going to happen. Not going to happen. Okay, I want to move on from the cruise because I have to talk to you. I think I shared this with you, and you said, no, I have no idea what that is. You have never heard of or watched Gangs of London?
No.
It is everything. Now, there is some formula that really pulls me in. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you want to do voicemails first? I see you.
No, I'm just showing you, still sharing my screen. I know you're going to interrupt if I do a voicemail anyway.
Okay. So Gangs of London is it's got this formula of there's enough violence, enough drama, enough intrigue and mystery that really just keeps me engaged for the entire episode.
Okay.
When did it come out? When did it say? What does it say it came out? 2020. Nice. And it's 3 seasons.
And it's got a couple of seasons. Okay.
Right. 3 seasons. Oh, is there a season 3 coming out? I don't know when that
maybe
was
it's 2 seasons. 3
wow.
has already been released.
Wow, that's great. On Sky Atlantic.
It premiered March 20th, so it just premiered a couple months ago.
There is some good just plain out violence and gore in it that I really think, and there's enough shoot 'em up that I think it really does. It kind of reminds me a little. I don't want to maybe put a black mark on Quentin Tarantino because maybe it's beneath him or maybe it's above him. I don't know. It kind of reminds me a little of some Quentin Tarantino stuff with the amount of violence that happens.
Okay. Now, where did you watch it? It says it's on Sling TV. Maybe that's
I'm watching it on Netflix right now.
Oh, it's on Netflix. Okay.
Yeah. Why would Netflix be the one spot that you could? Why wouldn't that be like the first place? I guess because it's subscription service.
Right.
You can watch it free there. On Sling or whatever that was. A lot of violence. Watch it.
I may have to check it out.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the voicemails because I got other shit to talk about.
Oh God, we're 50 minutes in.
I know. That's why we should get to the voicemails right now.
Okay, here we go.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail.
forgot to mention to you. I got my mom a new computer.
Oh yeah.
So she's got a new iMac. I never realized how many support calls that I actually went through with her old computer, because it's like I haven't talked to my mom about her computer in like the last 5 days. And I would talk to her constantly about the screen size and the volume and all of that. Her computer was, I think it was 11 years old.
Whoa.
Yeah, so she had one of the older iMacs and she's had it for a while. I got her new iMac and I put it in the kitchen, and I took her old iMac and I put it upstairs in her townhouse, and she loves it. She's like, this new computer, it's so much faster than the old one. So she's enjoying it. That was the same day that I went in and bought an iPad that I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with.
So you've spent a lot of money at the Apple Store recently.
I did. But Apple has 3% back, so I didn't spend all of it. I got 3% back. All right, that's all I had to say about.
So you bought an iPad, but you don't know why?
Well, I have been watching my Gangs of London on it. It is very nice. If I get up a little bit earlier in the morning and I want to watch, I just put my headphones in and sit in my easy chair in my office. Right, see one of those chairs right behind me. I can sit one of those chairs and just watch it. I used to watch it on my computer, but then I feel like I'm sitting at my office desk and working, even though I'm doing something enjoyable. But sitting on my recliner and watching it now, that's a whole different story. So this iPad is just brought a whole new level of entertainment to my life.
Now, what kind and what size? Did you get the iPad Pro, great big monster screen?
No, I got the biggest one screen that you get, which is I think a 13.1 inch screen. So it is a fairly sizable screen. But I got the iPad Air because all of the other ones, like if I were to say, if somebody were to ask me the question, well, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to run like, are you going to do like video editing? Are you going to do audio editing, or are you going to, what are you going to do with it? I would say, I don't know, maybe watch Netflix, maybe check my email. So every time they would ask me that question in the store, I kept coming back to, I'm not 100% sure. And they didn't try to upsell me, which was great. They actually downsold me to, maybe just get the iPad Air. It's smaller, it's lighter. Yeah, it's not quite as fast as these other iPads that are out there, but it doesn't sound like you need either the storage space or the chip that the great latest and greatest. So it's like $800 versus spending $1,400 for basically the same platform, but just different tools
faster
within the platform
shit that you don't need. Yeah,
right.
So you may want to before you go on the cruise, download a bunch of movies, like find some series and stuff, because you never know, you might get bored.
Do they wait, can you, like a Southwest flight, can't you get movies whenever you want, or is it not the same way?
It's not the same. There are definitely not regular streaming movies. Now, you'll probably have a TV in your cabin,
right?
But I think it's kind of like whatever happens to be on. I don't think there's on demand. And if they do have some, I don't know what the variety would
be. It might be like Telemundo, so it's going to be in a language I don't understand.
Very possible.
I don't understand it. Hey, what language, by the way, do they speak in Hawaii? Do they still speak Hawaiian there, or what do they speak, something else, or what? Is that America? Is that like same in Alaska, right? Don't they speak a different language in Alaska? I'm sorry for all our Hawaiians and Alaskans that listen to the show, which I think are few and far between. But we used to measure where people were listening. Now, Strick and I just don't care. It's pretty much that simple. All right, let's get to the voicemail.
All right, here we go.
Hello, Doug. Hello, Strickland. This is Emily, and this is message number 1. I can't guarantee there will or won't be more, but as of now, it's 1. Doug, I would like to, I'm going to clear the record for everyone right now. The reason Sally and I were talking over each other is because there was a major internet lag. Not my fault, by the way. Strickland and Sally's fault. And, I could not tell when they were talking or not talking. This is not my first rodeo. Probably my second. But I know not to talk over people, and so does Sally. But there was a lag. It's not our fault.
What happened?
So take it back. Take back the insult.
I do. I take it back completely. I should have realized there was something going on with the connection, because they did talk over each other so often. I keep thinking, I know you and I are pros. We can handle the lag. And I know Emily and Sal. Well, I know Emily is a pro at podcasting. Sally is a pro at listening to you. So I know that, but But still, you and I, do we ever have a lag in our conversation?
No, but I totally understand what Emily is saying, and I agree that it did feel like there was some kind of a lag. I don't know why it was how it was on our end. She wasn't like cutting in and out from us, but who knows? The internet is weird. It may have been our fault. I have no fucking idea.
Dude,
but yes, it was definitely, Emily's been on with us before and we've never had a problem. We don't speak over each other. Yeah.
No, I think that she's, I mean, I've heard Emily, sorry, I haven't listened to an episode in a long time, but don't feel bad. I haven't even listened to this is how bad it is for me. I don't even want to listen to the daily right now. I haven't listened to the daily in over a month because I just don't feel like hearing bullshit that's going on. And by the way, as we were talking, this is what I love so much about having an Airbnb in our backyard. As we are talking, somebody is booking our Airbnb in June. This thing is like taking off.
I love that. So you're like making money. I love that.
So this Airstream
you don't have people coming that often, or you just block it whenever you've got
right.
guests.
JJ just has been running the schedule, so she opens the day, and every time she opens the date up, somebody is booking it. Which is
really?
Great.
So it is getting very booked up
for the dates that we are open to booking it. We don't want to book it 4 weekends out of the month because she either has clients or we don't want to hang around or something. But and whenever she opens it, like right now, we got a booking request from somebody, and it looks like, hold on, let me see how many.
You don't want to hang around? Like you have to be there when people are there?
We don't have to be here, but it's not like we want to go out of town when somebody's here. So if we go out of town when somebody is here and something is I don't think they would steal anything or I'd worry about it, but I'd worry about like something breaking and I need to fix it, or it's not like it's not like I'm walking into your house and saying, I want to rent your house for the weekend. It's an Airstream. And, there are a lot of, the toilet is a little different than a traditional toilet. And what's that? What was that noise?
Sorry, I was logging into Netflix so I could add to my watch list Gangs of London.
Wow.
So I clicked it, but I didn't realize it was just going to pull up the preview and start playing ridiculously loudly.
I thought that was an explosion going on.
I know. Fucking dramatic shit. I hit stop quickly, but not before it blew my ears out.
It looks like it's for 2 nights in June, and the payout, meaning after all the fees are paid and Airbnb gets paid, the payout is $630.
Jesus, that's nice. That's some nice fucking extra money to make.
I will take it. This is one step closer to retirement. Are we ever selling this fucking business, or what are we doing with it exactly?
Hey, let's get a real decent offer for somebody to buy it, and then we'll consider it. But
that hasn't happened. The problem is that we take too much cash from the business. They don't. Because I think part of it. What is that EBITDA or EBITDA or whatever? Yabba dabba doo or whatever it is. Don't you need to show like a net profit, like a growing bank account at the end of the month? I mean, don't we? I mean, I think we do it. We run a lifestyle business, right?
What exactly? What do you mean by a lifestyle?
Okay, so here's what I think a lifestyle business is. I think a lifestyle business is running a business that helps you pay for everything that's in your life, but no more. Like I'm not saying I don't want a business that we could bank $1 million and have $1 million in the bank. And if we didn't do a few of the things that we do, we probably could have a business that has a growing equity base, like a growing capital account. We aren't designed that way. So I think part of the penalty on running the business, a lifestyle business, the way that we run it, is that we just use it for our lifestyle. We don't use it to build equity.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the quick answer. Yes.
That's the quick answer. Okay. Anyway, I'm building equity in other things. This is and Turnkey just helps me afford the lifestyle to build equity in other places in my life. So I'm good. In the meantime, we have a flourishing, very much growing what is that called? The 401 simple or whatever. What is that?
401k?
Yeah, man. Have you seen how much money is in that account right now?
Yeah, it's all good.
Good. I like it. Okay. Anyway, second voicemail. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate you leaving the first voicemail. Sorry.
I'm guessing this is a continuation because it sounds like she got cut off.
It sounds like she got cut off.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, Doug and Strickland. It's me, Emily again. Voicemail number 2. I
Love her.
have to recant my former voicemail because now Doug is being nice to me and saying, well done and all this nice complimentary stuff. So I take back what I said. I take it back.
Did you get
Hello,
the sense?
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I didn't pause.
Did you get?
I didn't realize how short that was.
Did you get the sense that I didn't feel like she had anything to recant. Do you?
I don't know. I thought she was digging on you pretty good.
Well, that's okay. I kind of dug on her a little bit. So
she was defending herself. Yes.
I understand, Emily. I appreciate you defending your position, sticking up for what you feel is righteous. And I appreciate you recanting, although you didn't need to.
And it sounds like this third voicemail, third and last, may also be from Emily.
Well, Emily, you have been given one recant credit. Just so you know, if I say something that would be offensive, and you wait a minute, if you say something that's offensive to me, you don't have to recant it on the next go round. You can use it either on this third message, which would be too late because you've already left the message, or at a future message. I will allow you to make the decision. Okay.
Sounds complicated.
Good.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, Doug. Hello, and it's Emily again. And this is last voicemail number 3. First of all, that was a great episode. Second of all, I just want to remind Doug not to forget to tell us about this cruise because I am super curious. I'm actually really curious about all things cruises lately.
Oh.
I was recently a guest on a podcast talking about like cruise anxiety, and we like quelled a lot of my fears, and now I'm just cruise curious, and I kind of want to know all the things. So can't wait to hear. Just wanted to remind, just in case, because I know you guys like leave the room and then forget what you talked about, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, last one. Like I said, goodbye.
Emily, thank you so much for the reminder, and I do hope that the last 45 minutes of us rambling about the cruise, if there are other specific things that
Open
you're
items
curious about, I would not call myself like a cruise aficionado, right? But I do enjoy them. And I'm also, I know, Doug, you're the kind of guy where it's like, you're going to get on the ship and go, okay, what do we do? Right?
Right, exactly. Right.
I like to do my research ahead of time. I when it comes to traveling and planning,
I know you're so good at it.
I'm an interesting planner because I like to make sure that I know what all my options are, but not be locked down to any that I don't have to be. Like there are people that plan and they're like, okay, well, in the morning we're doing this, in the afternoon we're doing this, in the evening, like to fill the schedule. So you know exactly what you're doing and when you're doing it.
God,
I like to get somewhere and go, okay, show me the plate of things that I have previously done research on.
Yeah.
What are my choices? And I'm going to go, I pick that one, or I choose the option to say, I pick none today. Let's look again tomorrow.
You were so amazing with every 4-star trip that we took to Las Vegas. That's exactly what you did. You said, here are your options. You never said, we're going to the club this night or we're going to a steak dinner this night. You basically said, here are your options. Which one of these do you want to do? And then you would carry out the plan. I can remember many nights that we didn't have a plan. You gave us the option and we would say something like, okay, we want to go to I think it was called LAX. I think that was the club in one of the high end.
I think I remember that one of the 4-star trips we did.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, but the line is going to be long, but that's okay because I have this guy.
I know a guy.
You always had a guy, and the guy could always get us to the front of the line. I don't know if it does. I'm assuming it just costs money to be at the front of the line, right?
Yeah, that's it. It costs money and you got to know the right guy to pay the money to. But that's okay.
When you go to Las Vegas and you want to go to, look, this is many years ago. It's well beyond my years of wanting to go into a club. I want to be in bed at 9 o'clock now. Right. So, but before it was like, okay, let's go out to the club and I want to go dancing. And not only do I want to go dancing, I want to have drinks and I want to sit at a table. And, when you go to Las Vegas now, if you just want to go to a club, you're standing at the club after standing in line. When you went with a 4-star trip that Strickland was, you got in, there was a table for 8 waiting for you. There was a waitress with all of the vodka and the rum and all the bottle service I can only imagine how much that shit must have cost.
Dude, that shit was expensive, and it was okay because it was on Robert Sherman's bill and he was paying it. I was okay with it. It certainly wasn't coming out of my pocket. I can't afford that shit.
And by the way, totally worth it. All of it. If it created the memories that Strick and I have created. What years were those cruises?
Oh, gee.
I mean,
those
cruises,
Vegas
those trips. Yeah, those Vegas trips.
Okay, let's see. The first year I went was 94.
And I didn't join the agency until 98, 99. So this had to be at least 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
And if I remember correctly, we like the peak of it kept growing and growing. Like we were getting more and more.
It's too many.
2012 was the year. And I specifically remember it because that's when we brought Glide, Fresh, and a whole bunch.
The whole team.
I think it was like 30 guys.
Too many. And it was out of hand too.
That was it. And that was the year that Robert said, next year we're cutting back. Like it just kept growing and growing and growing and growing until we got to the point where like too fucking much.
Yeah, those first trips were great. Sorry, didn't mean to get off track there. Not that the entire fucking show hasn't been off track.
No, great memories, one of which is an inside joke with Doug and I that I'm just going to say, so you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. That was the same night that I choked on tequila. I did a tequila shot. I've never done a tequila shot in my entire life, and I think it burned the fuck out of my esophagus. That was the best and worst night of my entire life.
If you were not expecting that, that would. Yeah. I don't remember that happening, but yeah, I'd had a lot to drink that night. So it was a fun night.
We both did. Did. I don't think that I've ever stayed up 24 hours except for Las Vegas. I think there was 2 occasions that we stayed up 24 hours and enjoyed every moment of it, except for, it's really hard to get to sleep after you've stayed awake for 24 hours. Your body will not allow it. You're too on edge.
Yeah.
Emily, I'm curious if you could call back and leave a message again, or share it on the show. I'm curious what your cruise anxiety stemmed from. Was it like feeling like you're trapped and can't get off the ship? Is it feeling like you don't have enough to do or too much to do, or the cabin's too small? Or I'm curious or don't have enough choices or have too many choices. I'm curious or do you have, or is cruise anxiety also the equivalent of FOMO? Because you do get FOMO when you're on a cruise because there are so many things to do at one time. You may not be able to choose. I'm just curious.
That is unless you're on a cruise for 17 fucking days, in which case you will not get FOMO.
Unless they throw so many things at you. Like, I don't know. Can they, by the 17th day, or like the 16th night, are like their entertainers even bored? I mean,
well, they do it fucking 7 days a week all the time anyway. They don't care.
Yeah,
that's what they get paid for. As soon as the cruise ship comes into port to let you off, they're going 3,000 new customers on the same day going out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a job. I mean, it's kind of like doing 2,200 bar mitzvahs. Somebody would say, didn't you get bored? I'm like, fuck no, it paid too well. And I got to meet a lot of really cool people. So,
and you were doing it 1 or 2 days a week as opposed to 7 days a week. Big difference. Yeah.
That is true. That's true. Anything else that we want to cover? We've covered my mom's computer. We covered your being drunk last episode. We covered the cruise and Gangs of London. Oh, by the way, are you going to check out that? So does that show look of interest to you?
It does. I just added it to my watch list.
Nice. Okay. All right. We're an hour and 15 minutes in. We really have not done a good job keeping this to 30 minutes at all, ever over the last, 2 or 3 years.
Has that been a goal for the last 5 years? I had no idea.
I don't think so. I don't think so. We do have one client that is potentially thinking about, he is someone that does an episode, but does also a preview of the episode, like the day before the episode airs, or maybe earlier in the week. So he's not introducing 1 new episode a week. He's actually going to be introducing 2. That would put his episode count to 5 days a week.
Wow. We used to do that for a while, but that was crazy. We shouldn't.
That was,
Oh my God. I just got a tornado warning.
Wow.
Is this like my fucking.
I'm looking outside right now. I got a sun warning right now. It's very sunny out there. All right, let's wrap it up. We'll come back. We'll see if Strickland is still here or if his antenna blew off the roof and he is no longer able to do the show. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Fill up your week with the Nice Guys. Side effects may include tingling, numbness, urinary incontinence, the need to watch the Kardashians. If you have an erection for more than 3 hours, call your friends to brag. The Nice Guys on Business is not for everyone. Consult your physician before usage. And now, titles they almost used instead of The Nice Guys on Business. New Kids on Lockdown, Mommy's Special Boys, The Ralph Wiggum Fan Club, The Bob Newhart Show, 2 40-year-old virgins. All right. Top 5 names The Nice Guys on Business almost called their podcast. Number 5, Oceans 2. Super original, guys. Number 4, the Dynamic Dill Rods. I like the visual, and it's accurate. Number 3, Biz Talk with Ross and Rachel. Doesn't even make any sense. Number 2, Game of Fuckery. That was a close one, because that really hits home. And number 1, 1.5 Men. Huh? You want me to say what? Did the check clear yet? Okay then, you're the boss.